Welcome back, Mother Units and Mega Men, to Mega Man Legends 2. Last time, we got up to the very end of the game. And this time, we're going to go ahead and finish off this game. So let's go ahead and load up this state. Whoops, actually I have to be in the correct window. Let's try that again. I always do that with the simulator. So I've gone ahead and rebattled this fight, so I actually have a position I can win from instead of being at the absolute end of my resources. And you'll see it is a little different. Let's see if I can get in there fast enough. I can't.
Gats is attempting to assist you by invading my internal systems. I do not understand. A servitor unit such as Gats should be unable to disobey the system's commands. Still, a mother unit like myself is superior to a servitor unit. His sabotage attempts are a distraction, nothing more. When last we struggled, you imprisoned me on Terra. Perhaps this time, it will be you who is imprisoned.
So she gives us the "no you" sort of response. We'll go ahead and watch this again. We saw this at the end of last broadcast, but it's just, reliving this. Don't worry, here comes the new content.
Continue?
I guess she's not dead just yet. Let's go ahead and go in here, and I can show you what's changed. Not really much. Like the main difference is my hyper shell is ever so slightly better, but we also have somewhat full resources. I have my hyper cartridge again, I have my picnic lunch again, and I have my fried chicken again. So we should be in a better position for this fight. Also, even though I left the entirety of Elysium and came back, I neglected to fill up my energy canteen because I'm fucking stupid. But that's alright. We're gonna be fine. As far as equipment, I am still equipped with the Hyper Shell. You can see I maxed out the Special, which gives it a larger area of effect whenever it explodes. Otherwise, we're exactly as we were. So let's go ahead and get this fight online. So she has a wide variety of attacks. One of them is just progressing in your direction. Another one is laser beams. Ow! That was very unnecessary for me to take that kind of damage. These really aren't that hard to evade, to be honest. That one's not too bad. Oh, she's progressing in my direction again. More laser beams. This is actually one of my more preferred attack patterns for her. She's going to actually switch it up as she gets lower on health. As far as how I fought the first form better, is mostly just getting used to avoiding the yellow attack. This one's unfortunate. You want to kind of jump in? Avoid that one again. Perfect. Because once you get close, she turns it off. Do you got me? Don't you hit me with that laser beam. I will be mucho unhappy. Platinum mad, even. As you can see, this attack's not too bad, even on very hard. I'm not sure if she moves faster on this difficulty like the last boss did in the first game. You're doing this again. Okay. Oh. Well, that's fine. I'll go ahead and shoot you once, just to show you I'm serious. You'll see that the explosions actually benefit us quite a bit. Man, she's really spamming this attack. I practiced this fight a little off camera, and she did not do this nearly as often, which is fine, because it's one of the easier to evade attacks that she does. If she did more of that, feel my power, then I'd kind of be upset, to be honest. She's doing it again? There she goes. Yep, there I got hit. Okay, more laser beams. Oof. Alright, let's go ahead and heal. She actually got me with the laser beam. All of her attacks do substantial damage. I've just been getting glanced by them. So we're going to go ahead and eat the handmade picnic lunch made by Roll and get full health. Oh, of course. You're just going to spin around. Ah. All you gotta do is lift slightly to the right or left on that attack. And I failed to do it again. Oh, I'm out of weapon energy. Let's go ahead and have a hyper cartridge. Now she's, I actually saw her hand motions. She's going into her last phase. She's going to start throwing out these black holes, which are going to complicate things tremendously. These have their own gravity, and it's very unfortunate. Ooh. As you see, I'm having a hard time moving because the damn thing's pulling me in. And I lost substantial damage, or substantial life points because, of course, I was tumbling into these stupid... Ow! Fucking goddamn you. Oh, here we go again with this. Oh, we're doing a laser beam, are we? Ugh. Oh, goddamn it, I'm gonna get swished right into that thing. Let's go ahead and have a fried chicken now. Things are not looking too good for Lethal here. I was gonna say, I can't tell what the hell she's doing because I was in the black hole. Gave your generic meteors from heaven attack. More of this black hole nonsense. She's gonna do more of the meteors from heaven. Sort of jump over it there. More meteors from heaven. Fortunately, my range is not as much as it could be. Ugh. Oh. Oh, okay, good. Just thread that needle there. Uh-oh, that's a really unfortunate spot for that. There we go. Feel my power, baby. Whooshed. Alright, more of this. Nothing too much to worry about here. Another one of her easier attacks to dodge. Comes another one of these stupid black holes. Ugh, yeah, I had a feeling that was going to happen. Ow. Great. Great. Don't hit me. Thank you. Try to put them at the back of the level if you can. There you go. Another good zigzag. Okay. Oh, now it's still there. Get as much damage as I can. Dee-hee-hee-hee. Dee-hee-hee-hee. Alright, more of this. Good. Don't stand in place, Mega Man. I swear to God. It's the one problem with the Hyper Shell. I have to stand in place whenever I'm firing it. She's almost there, though. Big my power. Die, harlot. Mother harlot. Here it is. Kaboom! And no, DJ, the heavy boots do not counter the black hole. There is no countering it.
Whenever the master looked at me, I detected a sadness in his eyes. The more I obeyed the system and tried to serve the master, the sadder he seemed. I realized that the more I obeyed the system and tried to serve the master, the sadder he seemed. I realized that the more I obeyed the system and tried to serve the master, the sadder he seemed. I realized that the more I obeyed the system and tried to serve the master, the sadder he seemed. I realized that the more I obeyed the system and tried to serve the master, the sadder he seemed. I realized that the more I obeyed the system and tried to serve the master, the sadder he seemed. I realized that the more I obeyed the system and tried to serve the master, the sadder he seemed. I realized that the more I obeyed the system and tried to serve the master, the sadder he seemed. I realized that the more I obeyed the system and tried to serve the master, the sadder he seemed. I realized that the more I obeyed the system and tried to serve the master, the sadder he seemed. I realized that the more I obeyed the system and tried to serve the master, the sadder he seemed. I realized that the more I obeyed the system and tried to serve the master, the sadder he seemed. I realized that the more I obeyed the system Now, Trigger, thanks to you. Perhaps the Master will also smile at me as he did at you.
He can't, he's dead.
At last, I understand. Thank you, Trigger. Thank you. Sarah.
Don't think you're going to get off that easily, Sarah. You were always too stubborn for your own good. If we have a shell, we can transfer your primary programs over, right? Gats is dead. He died because of your gamble. If you die as well, who will be left to keep me company? You can't fool me. I know you can hear me. Still going to ignore me? Then let me tell you something. Now that Elysium is no longer functioning, the old system the Master's people shut down has started to reactivate. It was your responsibility to monitor it. If you die and it takes over, the Master's work was for nothing. Do you want that?
Do you mean to say that the Elder System is becoming active again?
There are remnants of that system buried all over Terra in what the Carbons call ruins. There's so many, even I don't know how many there are. I doubt they'll be fully active soon, but eventually they will. If we don't do anything, just imagine what will happen to Terra and all its people. If the Elders and their machines activate, what will your sacrifice here have been for? What do you say, Sarah? Are you up for living with the people the Master left behind? Could be a little wild, but interesting.
Perhaps it might be worthwhile.
I can't remember the last time I saw you smile, Sarah.
I'll think about it once we figure out a way to return to Terra.
That's a very good point, Sarah. So, what are we going to do, Mega Man? If we can't get back to Terra, then I can't give Roll her mother back.
Is that the only thing you're worried about?
Don't worry, Yuna.
Why?
I know Roll. She'll come looking for us, no matter what happens.
Thinking, Mega Man actually sounds a bit like Tails in this game. Like, you could switch around the voices and it'd actually be acceptable. Anyway, that was Mega Man Legends 2. It's not just over yet as far as the story is concerned, but this is, of course, our credit sequence. So this is our time to talk about the game. I feel that Capcom really should go back to this series. It's pretty unlikely that they will, and I can't really say why that is. It seems that Capcom's sort of all over the place. They're sort of like finding themselves again at this point in 2020 and 2019. They've, of course, rejuvenated the Resident Evil series of games after somewhat ill-received 5 and 6. 7 and the remake of Resident Evil 2 are fantastic. As far as Mega Man's concerned, it's kind of been on the back burner for some time. Last game that was released at this point was Mega Man 11 for the Switch and PC and other platforms, which was your classical Mega Man entry. But as far as more adventurous entries like, Legends or Battle Network, we haven't seen a whole lot. They're really just sort of remaking a lot of games. Currently, the next thing we'll have is like the ZX and Zero Legacy Collection. So who knows what they're gonna do with Mega Man at this point. This game has a lot of character, and it just oozes with character. In fact, the funny thing is, the weakest character in this game is your player character, Mega Man. He's not that smart, he doesn't have much memory, he doesn't have that much character. He's just the driving force as the player. The strongest characters in this game, strangely enough, are the women. We have Roll and we have Tron, and they're both very strong characters. At the beginning of the game, of course, we have Roll driving the plot, trying to find her mom, who she sees on a television broadcast. And of course, we kind of forget that after we awaken the ancients. We kind of remember here at the end. But, Yeah, both Roll and Tron are these incredibly brilliant people. Even though they're both teenagers, they can make these machines or weapons and, giant vehicles. It's really kind of amazing, and all the fights we have with Tron, for instance, are the most interesting ones in this game, other than, I suppose, our final fight with the mother unit, Sarah. Obviously, there is a tie-in for the possible next game in the series, as we have the Elder system apparently coming online on Terra. But of course, we never get around to that. Mega Man Legends 3 was never released, although it was in development. They even had a demo for the Nintendo 3DS made and ready to go before it was just taken off the table. Now, I'm not sure if that was because of Keiji Inafune here, if they had a falling out with Capcom. I'm not exactly sure. It's just massively unfortunate, because this game is very entertaining. The gameplay in this one, of course, is massively better than the first one, mostly because the controls are better. Anyway, now we have a bit more story.
10 seconds to ignition. Is everything ready? Southwestern wind, speed 1 knot. Should be little to no interference. Fuel pressure stable. All workers to the shelters. 4, 3, 2, 1. Blast off!
That's go! Keep going! Oh, that's the 10th time we've tried. Maybe we should just give up. I got all excited when I heard that what's-his-name, the monkey, came back from outer space and was going to give us ancient technology. But it just doesn't seem to live up to all the hype.
Going to the stars. A task not easily undertaken. There's bound to be difficulties.
Yes, but it looks like they're on the right track to me.
A singular swish on that fan to cool himself down. I want ancient technology.
I think this system was too complex. We need to keep things simpler. That way, less things can go wrong.
But if we build it this way, it will cost too much. If we take existing parts and put them together this way... See? Just look at how much money we can save.
I think if we modify the fuel injectors like this, it just might solve the problem.
It's really simple! Really simple! If you would just listen to me, I could show you. See? Look here! You stay out of this, Data!
We need to make the cargo hold smaller. We can save space and make it lighter that way.
It doesn't matter! With this new amazing engine I designed, we will have more than enough power.
Your engine? I'd believe you if your engines weren't made from spare parts and needed to be adjusted every 5 minutes.
Not everybody has tons of money to build your kind of engine.
If you don't use the proper
Sorry,
materials,
Mega Man, but it looks like you might be stuck up there for a little while more.
Looks like we both got our work cut out for us.
How dare you? Anyway, I wonder how Mega Man's doing.
We have to get this thing working so we can go get him.
He ended up being up there 20 plus years. True story. Of course, we played for 14 hours, 23 minutes. I've done it faster, but of course that was on normal difficulty. This was again on very hard. Do you want to save your clear data? Sure. Why the hell not? I shall save it down here. Yes, like I was saying before, Mega Man never returned to Terra from his home planet. He was stuck up there forever. But as you can see, even at the end there, Tron and Roll have a very central story. And unfortunately, Roll never gets her own game, but Tron does. I do plan on playing The Misadventures of Tron Bonne in the future, but I can't tell you when that will be. Anyway, this has been Mega Man Legends 2 for the PlayStation 1. I hope you enjoyed. It's a game that I love very much. I'm glad that I could play it again for you. This was the second time I've played it for the channel, and I'm glad I could play it again. Of course, there's plenty more to explore. You could do the racing games, there's ruins that I didn't fully explore, and there's weapons that I didn't show you. But I'll let you explore those on your own. I entice you to do so. This game is available on PSN if you're looking for a legit copy, and if you're looking for an illegit copy, I'm sure you can find it. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you in the next LP.